Hello and welcome to Auriga Stars. I am your god and DM, Ultimirage. This is a Fate accelerated actual play. I'm starting this off with a migraine, which is why I am stuttering my words, so I appreciate your patience. Mwah. So, let's do some quick introductions. As I said, I am Ultimirage. My pronouns are they and them, believe it or not, and I play everybody that they don't. Doran.
Oh, it's me. Hi. Hello. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity on the Internet. My pronouns are she, they. I am playing Makoto Shana. Her pronouns are she, her. And we're doing great. I think Makoto. I think Makoto's actually doing okay, unironically. I'm done.
Truly. All right, Jill.
Hi, I'm Jill, also known as Ghosty JK. I use she, they pronouns, and I will be playing Risai, who uses she, her pronouns, whose constellation is the dragon. And she's okay. She's okay right now. Yeah, we're doing great. It's okay.
Humaloo.
Hi, I'm Emma, Humble on the Internet. I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Nico, who uses they, them. They are my nervous bean, who is the aspect of the seer, and they are definitely not feeling okay because they've been pondering the orb that a certain someone is carrying right now, and they're not happy about it.
All right, Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate, or Kate Orange Sky 11 on the internet. I use any and all pronouns, and I am playing Cersei, who uses they them pronouns, and they are decidedly not. They're trying to. They're not okay. They're trying to be okay.
R.I.P. And Julia.
Hello, that's me. Hi, my
Oh,
name
hi.
is Julia. I use they, she pronouns, and today and all days I will be playing Giselle, who uses she, her pronouns. She is my beloved ballerina cat girl, possessed with the guardian lion constellation, and she is doing great. She's doing great.
And if you can't tell by how everybody is doing so good, we left off in a pretty interesting situation. Last session, don't you shake your head at me. Last session, folks, the Chosen went to finally approach the town of Plenty, which is a beautiful farming town, but unfortunately is facing the consequences of a fell infestation. The monsters have been so far, at least the little guys, have been taken care of by Campo, while these guys, pointing at the screen, you guys can't see who I'm pointing at, it's them. These motherfuckers were taking care of some of the fell problems on the outskirts of town. And while trying to locate the source of the fell, you all were made aware that a certain somebody's childhood friend was also in the area. You knew that Bria had some work to do conveniently this week as well. Unfortunately, it turns out that work includes planting a seed for a fell source. Uh-oh. They also have a really sick-ass fell makeover. Unfortunately,
Sucks that she's hot.
yeah, really sucks that she's hot. Unfortunately, this did not go over very well. There was a confrontation as Bria attempted to flee without being noticed, was noticed, Campa, our guide, uh, took her down with Cersei, who actually used C to encapsule her in a cage of vines. Upon interrogation, you guys have found out that Bria is here to deliver something, the source. And according to her, it's to help the Guardian of Plenty become more powerful, just as the Fell has made Bria more powerful, which you guys have seen. She was fighting off Campa. They both exchanged blows. You saw that she had incredibly good control over her Fell ability as well. And so far, she has not wanted to fight you and has been talking. However, the last thing we left off on was figuring out who she works for. And while she didn't answer, Campa switched back into his humanoid form, stepped forward to reveal that he believes they're working for the scientists from Geis, the dead side of the world, where supposedly nobody lives because it's dead. And that is where we pick up, on the top of the hill in Plenty where the lake is, eerily still. All of you gathered round. Bria, free now, holding the source. Campa, eyeing her very sharply. What is everybody's response to this?
What did the scientists want? I did. Are there scientists on Geis?
Yes, there are. There are, in fact, people who live on Geis. They do not thrive, but they live.
I think at this point, Nico's hands are like on their knees and they're bent over, like wheezing through a panic attack. Just in the background, though.
Yeah.
I'll just place a hand on Nico's back. Gentle rubbing.
Yeah.
Bria, did you get? Oh,
Okay.
sorry, Giselle. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just was wondering, Campa, can you elaborate on all of that, please?
Gonna pull a Withers here and go, no. I'm kidding.
No, we were doing so well.
We almost went the entire season without mentioning Withers.
Oh no, we got 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
Close enough.
You're right.
Same difference.
So he sighs, stares down at Bria for a moment, who looks at him with like zero recognition. She's clearly new to all of this. What specifically would you like me to expand on?
I look at Circe to be like, do you want to ask this? It feels...
I mean, what are... Have you known about... This is who you told me about, isn't it?
Yes.
How long have you been working against them?
Against them? Few hundred years.
Wow. Did you work with them before?
Yes, I did. Initially, we were working together to try and help them survive alongside the fell, as there's no way to eradicate them completely on that side. Ultimately, you can see the results of that, and he gestures over towards Bria.
So, since they decided to start using the fell, the goddess's blood, to their advantage, and that's when you left?
We had differing opinions on directions. Yes. I did not think
So,
that they would make it this far with their research, as I removed most of their resources. They were trying to control the fell to a point where it was getting dangerous. They wanted to he just this is very clearly a difficult thing for him to talk about, and he stares over at Bria with this look of I can't believe I'm talking about this with this bitch here.
Yeah.
Bria's just oh wait, so you're the guy that stole all the shit from them? Okay, yeah, they told me about you. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't really think that was the best way to go about that. You kind of just left them to fend off on their own, from what I hear, and took everything that they had to defend themselves against. Campa at that point just straightens up. They still had previous research, just nothing to push forward.
Bria, have you
Points
been
of
over
interest.
there before?
Yeah, actually.
Not yet. This is kind of my first real mission with them as someone of rank.
How did they contact you?
How do they?
How did they?
How did they?
How did you come to be this?
Well, while I was out traveling, I was just doing odd jobs, and there were these folks that seemed pretty nice, a little odd, out of place, and I started working with them, just being kind of a guide. And then they started to show me what kind of powers they had. And they saw potential in me and said that they could share that power.
That
I
means
don't
they
s-
came here, right?
Yeah. I don't suppose any of them were albino in some way, were they?
Me looking back at my to try and remember, were they?
Sounds-
Bria, man, were they?
Were they?
Must recall in my memory banks.
I don't know. One was really pale, but I don't know.
They were pale ass motherfuckers, but I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
like an indoor kid. I don't know.
But like,
Hold
I
on,
don't
let me
know.
just-
Why did the chat say that I said Rihanna out of nowhere? Okay. I love our captions.
What up, Riri?
They were no, none of them were albino. At this point, Campa has clammed right back up to his usual I'm done talking about this self.
Yeah. Well,
Actually,
So how
I have a quick question for Campa. I know you're claiming up, but more so than figuring out what the hell her deal is. Campa, what really would happen if we gave this guardian that fell piece?
Bad things. Certainly, it would give it power, but
I have one more question that might at least help me because I don't really understand magic, but isn't Fell what caused this for the Guardian in the first place?
more than likely, it seems like what they were doing was leeching power from the Guardian in the land to weaken it first, so that they could put this here and finish it off. Bria at this point is like, no, we're trying to help.
By giving
You're
it
not-
more poison that already caused this? Like, I don't know magic, but that doesn't seem right.
The crops and the animals, they're affected by this.
The way they
suppose-
explained
sorry.
it to me is like when you take a little bit of poison to get yourself used to it, you know?
So then you can have a mass amount of it and not die, but somehow have power?
I think that's how it works in this case. I don't know. I'm not one of the scientists. I'm just working for them.
is that how
No,
they
you're
gave you
sheep.
powers?
So, okay, no, yeah, that's
Uh,
also a good question.
I mean, it was more of a I don't remember much of it. They had to put me under for it. It's a little more sciencey.
If I imagine that the fell source is all kind of giving us a bit of a headache, and like if that wasn't there, then Cersei would definitely have grabbed Bria's hand.
Hi. So, I guess since it seems like the scientists are coming up with their plan from the Princess Bride, I guess I kind of want to know what was their expectation or your expectation of what was going to happen. I guess can you clarify what helping looks like in this case, because we clearly have a different idea of what helping the guardian looks like. So what exactly did you was supposed to happen when you gave the guardian your your thing?
She's clearly like struggling to answer this. And because of that, you can see her starting to actually get angry. You can't tell because I'm wearing big old sunglasses, but
They look great.
thanks. She's getting more and more frustrated to the point that it's seeping over into anger as she can't really find the answer herself. And she just goes, look, you guys just don't get it, okay? Just because you think you're doing your holy, righteous thing, that doesn't mean that it's correct. You know? You're not
Which
the only
is
one.
also the same for you.
Yeah, and if we don't get it, then we're asking you to help us get it.
Because
And
it
that's
sounds
what
like
I've
you
been
don't get it
trying
either.
to do. Ooh,
How is healing not correct?
Listen. I love you guys. You're great. I adore you.
Literally just met you, but okay.
I'm so glad you said it because I wasn't going to.
But I just think, how did they put it? You're not thinking this through, is all.
Let me
I
lay
do that a
something out
lot,
for you.
but you know, usually ends up okay.
And also this. We're not going to let you do it, period.
Yeah, and I think what we do know about geese is that the fell that has bled into the land from the blood of the slain goddess, creating monsters and destroying the land and making it uninhabitable. I'm not sure why turning things fell on this side is making things better.
Because they've gotten control of it. They understand what they're doing. And also, I'd like to see you guys try and stop me.
Okay, I'm going to hit her.
And at that, they're going to move. However,
You gave Makoto the okay. So
oh, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna need you to give
Fucking
me a
love
quick.
Makoto.
quick.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. We'll try.
Because-
I don't remember what my
Come on, we
status
have
was.
fate points.
I love that. I
Once
also
again-
knew it was like, okay.
It was briefly mentioned last session when she booked it out of the sky, but
Mhm.
she moves lightning quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I'm like, this might be interesting. All right. Let me move some screens. Give me just a second. You said quick? Okay. Just gonna click. I'm sure it went really well, right? It didn't go well.
Well,
Went really well for
points.
me.
Well, as I say, now I basically would have to get lucky, I think, with my bonuses. But we'll try it. So I can spend a fate point, correct, to reroll?
Yeah. What aspect are you invoking?
I'm gonna look. Okay, so
Pretty please.
yeah, I was let's say so this is actually really interesting. So I aspect or stunt.
If you have a stunt that fits, by all means.
So this is one I used last season. Because I have tackled male sheep before, basically in an assert dominance type of thing. Once per game, I can ram tackle an enemy. So doing it allows talk it down or attack it with little consequence. That's literally what I have verbatim from last.
Ooh.
Yeah.
tackle
But I'll
her
let
like a
you-
sheep.
Yeah. Well, hey, she actually did. Makoto did call her a sheep just now.
This
but,
is true.
yeah.
But I can't oh my gosh.
I
Let
will
me-
let you. You let me
let me
know how
read.
you want to rule that.
Let me read over that real quick.
It's the very last stunt in my stunt block.
Cool.
Like I didn't change any of these for season 2.
Yes. Yes. Because this is one of your once per session stunts.
Yep.
Yeah. You like as soon as the words leave her mouth, she starts to run and you see just a brief moment of that flash, but you're already moving. So you tackle the area where she was about to be and just both of you go to the ground. And for most of you, you just saw Bria like almost teleport a few feet to the side before Makoto just wham right into.
I just shoulder checked her on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Did-
Blown.
Life
You okay?
material.
I feel a little bad about
For
that
real.
actually.
Mhm.
Where did the fell drop go? Because I would like to do something.
Still holding it, like
Okay.
gripping onto it.
So really hard. Okay.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna shout, Makoto, get her to drop it, and I'm gonna send in C2B with the intention of trying to get C2B to swallow the fell piece.
Oh,
Cool.
C2B!
I'm like, do I
Um,
elbow her in the
she-
face? How do I do this?
She is gripping it and also is like, get off of me.
Oh,
and
no, I
is
know I'm gonna
trying to
do-
fight. Yeah.
I don't know if
It's-
y'all have ever grappled before, but basically you just let your weight go.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a big girl.
Uh-huh.
You just, what? Pancake.
If it helps with the orb, like while she's trying to hold it, I can try to use a little magic. Maybe even like look to Rasai so that we can maybe combo.
I
up
had
too.
an idea. I don't know if it'll come up though.
Okay, because I was gonna like
Sure.
intensify the gravity on it so that it drops to the ground and can't be lifted
Oh,
off the
I
ground.
was gonna try and charm
fun.
Bria.
Oh, so let's
I
Yeah.
I will allow one of you guys. I will allow you guys to do one thing before she has an action.
Okay.
So
I
pick
would
carefully.
like to
I-
use science, please, and just
Yeah,
one
they-
thing about so all of us. Okay.
No,
Well, I was
we
gonna say, if
did
you
one
gravity
thing
the whole
collectively,
area,
I think.
though,
Hmm.
if you gravity the whole area, you're also going to gravity Makoto, which will make it way worse.
The
for Bria.
orb. It's the center
no,
of the
do all
orb.
of it.
Increase it.
I'm worried about that.
Okay.
touching.
Okay.
all of it.
Okay. Sure. I'll do all of it. All of you. Pin to the ground. Sure.
All right, it's probably gonna be fine. I'm glad someone can do something because I'm just sitting there being like, I can kick her.
You're also
Claw her
very
face
quick.
off. Yeah.
I will kick
I'll
her.
scratch your eyes
You
out
got
if you
this.
want. You know, like.
You're also super quick with that ball rolling. Looks like yarn.
Yeah.
No,
I-
let's see if we touch it. Don't let anybody touch it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm
Just
worried
kidding.
about us
No, I'm not
touching
going.
it.
I'm not going to do that.
God.
Probably good you didn't let Rasai do it then, because she just would have picked it up.
Do you want me to pin it down to the ground so that no one can lift it right now? Is that a sensible option, or do we want to do something with the orb?
I worry about it touching the ground.
I provide the equivalent
Make
of
a
a help
decision.
action by yelling, "Get her ass!"
No, she's gonna get.
We have a countdown. Emma, make a decision. It's up to you.
Yes,
Me?
Gravity it.
Go with the
fuck,
gravity. Go with your first
fine.
choice.
All
Go with
right.
your first thing.
Yeah.
Gravity?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll use. I mean, I would like to use.
We
some
just got to get
science.
it out of Bria's hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's probably a forceful roll.
Oh, okay. It's my
Unless you're
weakest
going
thing.
like it doesn't sound
Well,
clever or careful. It sounds like you are trying to force the gravity down and make her drop it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going science option, but if we're going forceful, I'll just hope the dice are kind to me. I
You can hope.
Yeah, I can try and do something. Ooh. Okay. I'll see how the dice rolls, but I may have a stunt that I could try to, well, because I have the whole, like, I am fell touched, so to see if it'll be drawn to me. But we'll see. I'm just gonna roll. Fuck it. That's a 0.
do it.
I gave you the help action. I told you to get her ass.
Oh,
Wait.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I know it doesn't work like that all the time.
No, please, you're good. What was I fucking So that's gonna be +2
uh-huh.
to yours.
Okay.
God,
And
like it's just so bad.
if I try to tap into my Fate Touch ancestry to like connect with the orb, with that, if I spend a fate point, can I up that as well? I don't know if that's how that works. But...
I would say you have the +2 from Giselle, and then you can either add another +2 or you can re-roll.
I don't know if re-rolling is going to help because I have a 0 for forceful, so I'll just take the +2. I can't see it going any better than that.
Cool.
So I'll just do the
fate point for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I guess it's for 4 now.
Lovely. All right. Cool. So for a 4. Oh god, I got all of my. Hold on. There we go.
As long as it doesn't get in that lake, I think we're okay. But
Well, we don't know.
Yep.
We don't know anything.
Yep.
It just like tumbles down the hill and gets in the lake, and we're just like,
Well, it'll be pinned to the ground
All right.
if it works.
And what is the area of effect?
It is, well, I was originally just wanting to pin the orb to the ground, but Makoto seems real keen on everyone just being like gravity just affecting them, so they're all pinned. So I'll just do the area of effect that they're all kind of like,
Everyone.
And no,
No.
the three of them, the two
Yeah.
of them and the orb. Sorry,
Okay.
where that scene is, because I think that's away from us. 'Cause
Yeah.
they tried to dart off. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And you guys are on top of a hill, just as a reminder.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just had to stop her
So-
running away with it. I guess I don't know, guys.
No worries, no worries. I'm just letting you know. So
So many
it
trees.
does work. She's struggling and then suddenly just and as much as she tries to keep a grip on it, the gravity just forces her hand flat and it rolls out of her hand into the grass, and unfortunately, because gravity and inclines, declines, whatever, hill, it starts to roll. At that point, she is going to hiss out, wheeze more like, all right, I'm done playing nice with you guys. And she tries to like flick her wrist and make a fist. There we go. And at that point, the shadows around her darken to that absolute black, and they pool out and split. Seems like she is summoning Fel. There are now 6 little Fel that flitter up from the ground. They seem to be bird or bat-like, but just have kind of a big old beak for a body instead of any real features, and bat-like wings. And they are terribly fast. One of them immediately goes for the orb. The others immediately go for everybody else to try and keep you away.
C2B's still going after the orb, right?
I was gonna say, yeah. Before this, I sent C to B after the
Yes.
orb. I don't know if he's faster than these things, but
Also, are they affected by the gravity if they came out of Bria?
They went along the ground first to get out of the area.
Get out of there? Okay.
Unfortunately. I'm sorry.
But it's a really cool mental image. So,
It is.
so it makes up for the inconvenience.
So, at this point, Kampa also has been watching this like... and is finally going to transform back into little Kampa and scamper after the orb himself.
Mhm.
So, everybody's reaching for the orb. Let's fucking
They
go.
all reach for the
They
gun.
both for the gun. I tried to say it, I missed a word.
Same brain
Let's reach
cell.
for the orb, for the orb. All right. God, I love Chicago. One of my favorite musicals. So, those, including C2B, who are trying to get the orb, give me a quick.
I think I would go for it.
Mm-hmm. Kitty
too.
cat.
Of course,
Yeah.
kitty cat,
Okay.
Seaball go, and
Go
brain
blue,
go
yeah.
burr.
Brain go burr.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brain go burr.
Hell
Ah,
yeah.
Rango
Yep,
really
you got
burnt.
That's a 6.
Come on, Giselle. Good job.
I think C to B was like flying directly after it, and so kind of got caught in the gravity wave like a little bit before pulling out.
Mm.
Oh, baby.
But
Just little squawks as it just...
yeah.
Poor thing.
Poor
You rolled a
Beppy.
4, but no.
All right.
Oh, I want to see what happens when Giselle touches it.
Oh. Stop being so excited.
Tee tee tee.
Problem. That's a problem.
What? There's no problem here. I think this is great. And I did roll 4. Oh no.
Well, apparently Giselle just disappears, is what happened.
It was literally so quick that it just disappeared.
Yeah,
she just phased out of the game.
it blinked.
Well, she touched it and instantly just disintegrated.
Oh
Kills Bria. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not what I wanted! God.
Where did my girlfriend go? No, kidding. Through gravity.
Lovely. So, as soon as Giselle is back, we'll continue with that. For those who are not going after the Borb, you. Well, actually, everybody has Fell going after them. So, they're incredibly fast. There's only one that is not going after you guys, and it's going after the orb. So, for you guys, they're just trying to get in your way, trying to annoy you, not necessarily trying to attack, but trying to hinder you. What are you guys doing? For Makoto, it's just kind of like this one has sat on you and is just like pecking at you at the best it can do, because it's also under this gravity thing, but it's just like
If I get any kind of reactions or anything, I just want to be like, yep. Like, because basically, I'm not letting go of Bria. I
yeah,
assume
for sure.
my main concern is to keep Bria. The word I'm thinking is stasis, but that's not the word that I want. If that makes any sense, like you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Understood. Okay.
Oh man. I think I might pull a stunt on a variation of a stunt that I have. So I have a stunt that as long as I'm connected to the earth or some sort of ground, I can get a +2 to escape by giving into the mandrake and pulling my roots underground. And I can take another person with me if I wish, but I kind of want to, if you'll allow it, I want to essentially Cersei will just like almost phase into the ground, like they disappear, pop up where the bird that's going after the orb, grab it, and go back underground and reappear farther away.
Ooh.
That might be too much. I would also be okay with just grabbing the bird and staying there.
Okay. Well, the Fell that went after the orb also got a 6. So it and Giselle both reached for the
Both reach for the
they both got it at the same time. So if you do that, there's a chance you're going to take the orb or Giselle with you and confine all of that into one small confined location.
Yeah, okay. I think seeing that, I don't think they may just, well, okay, then they may just move out of the way, not actually attack the Fell, but just move out of the way of the one that's trying to just avoid the one that's pecking me.
I will say the one that's going after Nico seems to be going a little more intensely, as if, I don't know, they were focusing on a spell or something and it's trying to disrupt that. So if that changes anything.
Okay. I think, could I just roll something to see if I see that? Could I roll like a clever just to see if I...
Absolutely.
I can't decide.
Yeah, we'll say DC 2.
I got a 3.
Nice. You do ping that.
All right. Then I think that I'll just change tack, do the same thing, and grab the one going after Nico and make it disappear with me some way
Lovely.
farther away.
Okay. And that was a stunt, correct?
Yes. Technically,
Lovely.
I said I get a +2, but I don't know if I'm using stunt verbiage correctly.
Yeah, there's like 2 different formats you can use. It's either a +2 or a once per session kind of deal.
Okay.
So If it's a +2, then go ahead and give me a, I'm going to say probably quick, because again, these guys are very fast. So if you would like to contest that, you're more than welcome to, but that's what I vote.
Okay, I think so too. So a 4 plus 2 is a 6. Maybe he is fast enough.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to use a fate point to reroll.
Oh, I should take off the fate
Fucking
point.
see. Hold on. Okay. You are able to pop up and snatch it, catch it unawares, and just you just hear this horrid screeching nails on chalkboard squawk from it as you grab it and then drag it underground.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Are we transformed at the moment?
I believe you guys are. If I remember
Okay.
last time, as soon as you saw shit go down, you guys all transformed.
I really, most of my like magical power, I'm wanting to focus on keeping Bria pinned with the gravity, which also pins Mikoto, but you know what, you're just creating like dense weight over the top of her, so
Yep.
it's fine. But is it possible for me to use a stunt of mine, which is I'm an aspect of the wise owl, so I can summon a swirling cloud of sharp-edged owl feathers, like a cloud of dagger style, and just like flap the big wings and just create it like defensively around myself while I'm focusing on the spell. I don't know if I can.
Brain. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Raw.
Okay,
That's me.
sick.
I'll just focus on.
All right. And Rosai, you were also, were you going after the Borb or?
Nope.
Okay. So you have one of these little motherfuckers going after you and attacking. What are you doing?
Well, my plan is essentially the same thing as Nico, which to go along with our history of things, I'm going to bring Baldur's Gate into it. If you've ever seen or played a cleric and you do Spirit Guardians and then like all of the crows fly in and just disintegrate, that's the vibe I'm going for, is to just create this like area pocket of like heat or fire around.
Spirit Guardians is such a good spell.
Yeah, it really is.
Also, clerics, best class.
That was my first playthrough. Love it. Clerics are so great. Underrated. So I guess that would be flashy. Would it be flashy?
Yeah. It's entirely up to you and what you're feeling, unless I say otherwise, and I'm like, no, it's not that.
Well, these things are quick, so I think the instinct would be to like put it up fast. So I'll go with quick instead.
Sounds good.
I like to think both of us create these orbs around ourselves, like we twin with it.
That's why I was like, "Ooh, same brain." That's a 3.
Okay. Hold on, I'm doing math. Oh my god,
with the +2? So hard? I'm sorry. With the +2? Because didn't you use a stunt to do +2?
I didn't use a stunt.
Never mind. I'm just like making things up. Bye.
No worries.
I'm waiting to see if I need to.
Also got a 3. Sorry that, again, migraine. Math hard. Yeah. Also, no, I'm gay. I can't do math. Bad combination.
When I don't have a migraine.
Yeah.
So,
we're all out here doing our best.
A 3.
Okay. I'll accept it.
So,
I'm not going to do a point.
In that case, it is going to take some damage, but it doesn't immediately disintegrate before it does a little bit of damage. Not damage to you, but it does sort of keep you away from the rest of the group and like make you back up a little bit further. Okay. So as it's doing so and basically pushing through these celestial flames and actively burning to undeath, death 2, super hell. It is just forcing you to step back and further away from the group. So you do ultimately see it finally into that sparkly blue.
But I've been forced back. Okay.
Yes.
Toward or away from the lake? This is very important.
Towards the lake.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I am
Says if I
emotionally
love making
compromised.
you suffer.
Oh no.
Thank you, Elsa. This is so great.
Of
Yeah.
course. Mwah.
We hand you delicate
Alright.
knives to stab us with.
Delicate. All right. As that is happening, I'm just going to do a little roll for Giselle. Just for funsies.
It wouldn't happen to be with her lowest stat, would it? God damn.
It
Oh no. It wouldn't
Or
happen.
would be. Neat. So as you are all focusing, fighting, dodging, grappling, you hear this very stereotypical angry cat noise. As it sounds like there's a bit of a fight over the orb. And then you just hear Campa in all of your heads, but shouting, "No!" And I think, even though it's a bit early, we are going to take our break here, and hopefully by the time we're back, we'll have our kitty cat back. So, wish us the best of luck with the internet, and we will see you in 10 minutes. Bye. And welcome back. So, we have our resident kitty cat back. And you know what that means. Yes,
That means Makoto's
apologize on behalf
steering.
of your router.
No, just kidding.
Beg. So, for forgiveness, I meant. So,
Thank you. What did I miss?
not much. Mostly folks are dealing with the fell that were after them, repelling them, igniting them, or just grabbing them and pulling them underground.
It's pretty hot. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
sick stuff.
Literally.
In the meantime, Giselle and the fell that were both going after the orb both got it at the same time. So
Oh, fuck.
just as the fell chomped down onto it, Giselle just. So it's at that point that you hear Kampa in your mind yelling, "No!" But it's a little too late. I want to know how Giselle is feeling right at this moment.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh, yes.
this is great. How was I feeling?
Bria's here, if that helps.
It does actually, thank you. Not great. I think she is angry and annoyed with Bria for a lot of reasons. I think the one most at the surface of her brain right now is you're talking a lot about like us not getting it when you cannot even articulate what is happening and what your goals are. So I think there's some annoyance. I think there is a little bit of disdain because she's like, "Oh, so you're kind of an idiot." Um and she's afraid because she doesn't want the foul thing to get into the water. And she doesn't know what's going to happen when it gets into the water. And then there's fear because there's like like foul teeth and claws coming for her hands. And then I think it is as she touches it, she is like, I do not know what's going to happen to me when
it's
I
that moment
touch
of,
this.
uh-oh.
I'm in danger. But I think most at the surface, because that's what she has been feeling the most for the last like 15, 20 minutes we were trying to have this conversation with Bria, is anger, annoyance, and disdain.
Fantastic. So, as this orb has been rolling along, the ground it touches first just starts to wither and die even more. Whatever little life was left here, just gone. And with this necrotic trail, it starts to leave this actual trail of fell, just this still pool, this puddle that you guys would very easily recognize as the stillness of when a source is planted. And luckily, you managed to scoop it up, and that bit of fell in the ground just kind of either absorbs or dissipates, but regardless, it doesn't spread. It just kind of. However, every single one of those negative feelings that you have, especially the anger, gets amplified so much more than before anytime you got near the fell. As soon as you touch that, it's as if a bomb has exploded in your heart. So, I rolled your lowest stat for you. You got a 0.
Honestly, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
So
higher than I would have rolled.
you know where this is going. Could you describe to me what Giselle starts to look like as this emotion begins to overtake her?
I can. Everyone is so
Oh.
terrified, and Alta, I love how you and I are just grinning. Um, I think it's like this I love the explosion metaphor. It's this eruption of green flame around, like all around her, and it it burns like in this like a circle of like the grass, like it
Yes.
kills the grass and burns it all around her. And um you, for a moment, you're like, oh, Giselle was exploded and now she's dead. But you realize in the sooty blackness of that circle, there is a, I feel like a size medium or large in D&D terms, scrunkly soot black cat is in the is in there, and it, picture like those Sarah McLachlan commercials of the most fucked up animals that they have pulled from horrible like stray or housing situations where it's like you've had a life. Um it is There are kind of mats along the black fur. The cat is very thin. It has long green claws. The back legs are that sort of have that sort of fell green shards or whatever, like glass sticking out of them. Um, you can see there's like kind of scarring where there's patches in the fur, and yeah, like eyes, brown eyes have gone green, teeth are green, nails are like that fell neon green. So she's all just like black and green. And
Permission to, on our little display, put the image you made?
that Kate
The
made, but
Sorry, yes, that
oh
Kate made. Sorry.
no, yeah, not to correct you,
The
but
image
just be
that
like,
was made.
yes, yeah, I can claim zero credit. Yes, permission granted. Yes, everyone look at what Kate made.
It's your vision.
Fantastic. What was that?
It was Julia's vision.
Ah, yes.
I just drew it.
But you made it, and
is.
it's
Oh, I gotta adjust it. Hold on.
uh-oh, here she comes. Oh, here
Here
she
she
comes.
Oh no, she coming.
Oh no, she coming.
Oh no, the clothes.
Oh, yeah. It's the girl. Better watch the
Dope.
fuck out.
Oh my god, yeah, the skull.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll put you on that side. Then I'll put this mofo over here.
Do you mind if I add like a
Yes.
little detail from the
Please.
So the skull shape and the teeth shape are the same shape as the guardian lion.
You.
Yes, they are, Kate. Your vision.
We stand.
And a little shout out to all of my incredibly talented players who have brilliant minds. Love them all. Mwah. So, all of you see this. There's a brief moment when Giselle grabs this orb with this little felt attached to it, and you just see this tension take over her. Just a brief moment of like seizing up, not with any kind of pain, not physical at least, but as if she's about to whip around and yell and just scream at somebody. And instead of that, I think the reaction from both Kampa and Bria are just a collective, oh shit.
Bria under me said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think y'all like expect to hear a yell from that, but y'all are hearing a yell from Makoto under gravity. And especially if Bria said, "Oh shit." I think Makoto's about to lose her shit on Bria, just for the record.
Yeah.
Okay,
You,
keep
do you want
going.
that gravity lifted?
Nope, I do
Okay.
not.
All right. We use the momentum.
Yes, I am.
Alright. So, using D&D terms effectively,
Hmm.
Giselle, you have, what is it, Crown of Madness? Everything you attack.
Yes.
You attack. Everything is hostile.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna be less excited about this.
No.
You don't have to. PvP can be fun.
Let me pull up the spell so I know exactly what I'm doing. I love the
It's
analogy.
it's not specifically. It's basically just like you are now in a PvP zone.
Oh yeah, but just like to be pulling from the same thing you're pulling from, I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
what are
yeah.
we referencing?
Yeah. All of you hear in your heads. Giselle, you still hear it, but it is muddled by all of your rage that is just completely engulfed your thoughts, made thinking incredibly difficult. Right now, it is just the primal anger and fear built up. But all of you hear in your heads Campa say, "We need to stop her now." And he is going to turn into Big Campa and go after her.
Oh Lord.
Campa PvP?
That's not the first time this has happened.
That's what Julia has always wanted.
So excited.
I'm gonna wrestle that boy.
No, I'm just
What was
I'm,
the
So I guess we do nothing.
Campa,
Wait,
in a
I asked you
roundabout
a
way,
question
has
also.
asked for help. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I speak?
Yes. And similar to the princes, the constellations, the mouth kind of just moves in a Ghibli-esque fashion, doesn't actually match all of the words, but just is like "Rawr, rawr, rawr," as the words are being said.
So like the Legend of Zelda cutscenes.
But more
Yes.
cool and ominous looking, like creatures
Mm.
from a Miyazaki movie. I promise. It looks cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, guys, it
cool,
looks
don't
totally
get
sick. Don't worry about
It's
it.
cool. It's so cool. It
Guys,
is
it's
so
so dope.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, though, I'm thinking like the like demon boar in Mononoke, like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Mm.
thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mononoke. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I will cast magic to help Campa.
Oh, I go full. What have I got? What have I got for you?
Oh no.
I
I-
just imagine.
Yeah, I think that if we're in that elevated fight or flight mode, I'm just gonna quickly full force launch myself at Campa and just start clawing.
Fuck yeah. All right. So Campa's got a +2 from Rasai.
Mhm.
How is she helping?
Rasai is going to take her limited knowledge of cats and essentially do a magical spray bottle. Okay, it's cooler than that, but I wanted to phrase it that way to begin with. It's cool, trust the guys. It's so cool, promise.
It's so
So
cool.
dope.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Rat as hell.
She's going to like create or like pick up some of the water from the lake and kind of just like Katara water bend it in like a spout onto Giselle's fell.
Oh, the
Yeah.
tainted water?
Oh no.
Sick.
I'm sorry, I'm grinning too much. I'm too
It's
excited.
okay. It's fun.
So
Can I
good.
Some of the most iconic things I've ever seen Jill do is when she got to play the bad guy, and we have like little like images that are emojis in her channel. That's just her
I switched sides so quickly. I
Yeah.
100% understand what you're going through right
Yeah.
now.
It's
I understand
so
the
fun.
excitement.
Twice in games I've played in, I've played a character that's been not necessarily a bad guy the whole time, but like overtaken. And I got to play a boss monster that they turned into, and one of them was based off of the from Elden Ring, those big root monsters. So fun!
Treants?
It was so fun. What?
As a treants. I have
Basically,
D&D brain rot. Ignore me.
it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. Anyways, yes, it's fun. So
May I use an aspect?
always.
All right. I want to take one of my aspects and I'm gonna twist it on its head. For this, I have an aspect called "Won't You Be a Good Sister." All my aspects are references to songs, and it is referencing the face and facade that Giselle always had to put up her whole life. And I think that's a direct quote to some things she probably heard when she went along with things that she didn't want to or pretended things were better than they really were. And now the mask is off. So I want to take the anger and the rage from the like everything that she always has had to force down, and I would like to add 2 to my roll.
Fuck yeah. Cue Meatloaf's The Monster is Loose.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll also share that song at some point, but first let me
Yes.
roll. All right, and that's
I
quick.
also am having too much fun with this.
Okay, so that's a 5.
Beautiful. All right.
Oh god, if
And
I kill Campa.
I don't think you can
It'd
kill
be
Campa,
funny.
but you can try.
it'd be funny.
I'm trying.
I would be so
Okay.
sad.
I am going, like I know we can't really do like called shots, but like I am going for the throat.
And you do. He even with the help that Rasai is giving, he is not trying to fight as he did with um Bria. He is trying to use his ferret dragon-like body to basically wrap around and restrain, and is if he even tries to bite, it is just to hold down and not to actually do damage. And in doing so, you get the better of him and you just go straight for his throat and bite him before he gets you. And you guys all immediately see this just blood all over. And you guys would be able to recognize this as it's bright that bright blue. It's not human blood. But
I like bite and I claw and I like pin him to the ground with like not like mechanically, but like on the ground with
yeah.
like my claws at his throat, and I'm like leaning over him. I'm like, it was you. This is your fault. You took me from them.
Sorry. This is so good.
So that's my turn.
Blood is blue, so we don't.
Julia, I love
Sorry. All right. You hear a kind of gurgling, strained attempt to respond back of you need to calm down. Take a deep breath. Listen to your friends. They're here for you. I don't imagine it's working very well.
Not the moment. I could like roll something to see, but
No, I'll leave this up to you. So I will just say you guys know those like back in those toy stores when they had those little balls with a ferret thing attached and they would just like flop around? If you've ever seen one of those, that's what I imagine Campa is underneath Giselle trying to like pin him down and them just like wrestling. He's just like
I don't think it works yet. I think I would go in for another.
Can I try and distract Giselle as she's attacking? I My thought process is to send some flame this time at Giselle. Maybe not necessarily like if it causes damage, that's fine, but not with the intent to, but just to get attention and kind of call out like, "Hey, you want a real fight? You come to me."
Wow.
I'm trying to like present
Yeah.
myself as like the biggest danger on the battlefield to you right now.
I think PvP, especially between friends, is always the way to solve this. So absolutely. Um, you can definitely physically hurt your emotionally hurt friend.
I'm
I
trying
think
to
this
get
is
her
great.
attention more than anything.
Oh, you have my
Yes.
permission. All of
Yes,
you, you have my
dragon.
permission to do
Yes.
whatever you want.
Of course, dragon. Trying not to hurt. Of course. Sure.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
With my rolls, it's fine, guys.
Give me a careful.
That's my worst.
Well, I guess, are
Surely.
you trying more to focus on being careful or being flashy?
I guess being flashy because I do have a stunt that says I can get a +2 when I flashily create a distraction.
Okay. Then that will likely do some damage.
If it works to get her attention off of Campa, who's being fucking destroyed right now. I am so sorry. Yeah, I'll do flashy. That's a
Surely
6
escalating the
total.
situation will help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. My thoughts exactly.
for sure, for sure. All right. So, let's see, what did we roll?
That's a 6 total for me.
6 total? All right. So how is Giselle? You would see out of the corner of your eye and hear as Rasai is launching this fire at you to get your attention, saying, "Hey, fight me instead." What are you doing? What's your response? Are you trying to move out of the way? Are you trying to bat it back? Are you trying to just charge through it?
I think I would try and bat it away. Um. Oh, it's coming right at me. I.
Uh-huh.
You
And
tell me.
you've still got Campa pinned, if that helps.
It does because I was thinking. I think
I figured.
yeah, because I think Giselle has focused because I hear like Crown of Madness where it's like everyone is an enemy,
Yeah.
but I'm also like Giselle has pinpointed Campa as the one who is deserving all of this
What?
rage and who she's blaming. So
Shh. He's
so
never
I
done anything wrong in his life ever.
yeah, never. I think Giselle is going to pin Campa down with her and make both of them tank it.
Ooh, beautiful. All right. I'm gonna say, give me. What do you think? Is this forceful, quick?
I feel like it's not a good stat. I think it's forceful because it's just
Okay,
bare knuckles like taking it.
for sure.
That
Go ahead and take a +2 because of the state you're in and the emotions pushing you forward.
that's a 6 with the +2.
Love to see it. All right, so Rasai, you do this, and you definitely see that Giselle. You have her attention for a moment, but it is clear who she is focused on as the damage hits both of them, and they both singe a little bit. Um, you see, in particular, it does more damage to Giselle. So go ahead and take a point of stress, please. Actually, you know what? Nah, don't worry about it.
Surely the stress points will help with you feeling better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. How many stress points? 1, 2?
just one, just
Okay,
one.
cool.
So I believe Nico wanted to go next.
Yeah. Seeing this kind of happening, obviously it's all happening pretty rapidly. And I'd like to think we're all kind of tapped into each other's emotions pretty well. I'm gonna release my hold on the gravity to let Makoto do what she needs to do. And then reach out mentally to Cersei and just say, if you need to keep her here, you're gonna have to do it. I need to help. And I'm gonna fly over if I can, and I'd like to use a stunt not in an aggressive way. I have, where's my sheet gone? So to pull it slightly, I've got because I have fell touch ancestry once per session, I can calm a fell monster which may recognize me as one of their own. But I'd like to reach out to Giselle because Nico understands that like fell monsters are monsters, sure, but like not everything that is fell is monstrous because they know that to be true for themselves or would like to hope it for themselves. So I'm going to reach out and try to connect in with Giselle and just say, you need to calm down. He is not your enemy. You are not a monster.
So this is a once per session stunt, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it were an NPC, I would say 100% it'll work. I'm going to leave this up to Giselle.
Yep. Okay.
So you do hear this. It is muffled. You still have Campa underneath you who has taken more damage and is snarling up at you, still trying to restrain you, but you are in it's on sight mode, so
I think at the very least it stops me from continuing to try and rip Campa's throat out.
Imagine her just looking up with Campa in her mouth, and he's just like
she's just ferreting. No, I don't. He's not like in her mouth, but she does have like she's still on top of him with like her claws in him, and she like whirls around on you, Nico, and it's like, you don't get it. I didn't ask for this. I wasn't born into this. This wasn't my problem. And then you made it my problem.
Campa's paw like pushes at your face, and you hear him go, I didn't choose this either. You think I want to be in charge of all of you? I hate doing this, but I am doing it for the sake of the world and its improvement.
Man, shut up.
Yep. But yeah,
I
Nico
know
just
Makoto and other folks want to do something.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the gravity off of us, I think Makoto takes one last second to look at Bria. I'll make you pay for this somehow. Get the hell out of here. Don't let me find you again. And we'll get up. You can totally.
If this is all just happening at the same moment, I was going to try not use an aspect, just straight try to catch Bria with some roots, like an arm and a leg.
Absolutely. Give me a quick.
I did level up in quick. It's only a 2. And she's so fast.
You sure know Stodestic.
Unfortunately,
Cersei's
the chariot is very fast. And just Sonic the Hedgehog's out of there.
Cersei's a little relieved.
I think Makoto, she's got her staff out. She just kind of is watching all of this and is having such an equivocal level of rage and hurt. Just takes her staff, and I will use a stunt for this. Because I embrace my size and height as a tall boss, I get a +2 when I forcibly defend my friends and attack our enemies when we're overwhelmed. changing the terrain and providing a window for me to attack. I'm not going to attack, but usually what this looks like is staff comes down, shockwave, change terrain a little bit,
Mhm.
where I can jump, Ram can scale, and then use gravity, funnily enough, to come down. But what I'm going to do is you'll hear the same like scream yell when she does it, but it's an absolute tinge with rage and sadness and just anger and hate and pain and just attempting to separate Giselle and Campa with the terrain and then cage Giselle. Not cage, but
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
wall
yeah, yeah.
separation. And
Like earthbender kind of.
yeah. And she's gonna just drop her staff and look at Giselle. She's not gonna attack her. Just none of us asked for this. And I know it hurts, but I'm so happy you're here. And like her hands are shaking. She just walks up to her. And it's probably one of the first times anyone has heard or seen Makoto cry or do anything outside of her normal. It just, it's gonna hurt. And she knows it, but she's gonna just grab Giselle like on either side of the face and just, if you'll allow me, I will try to do itty healing. I don't know how to do this. Last time it went okay. But just like she did in the trading ground and just like rub the temples a little bit. Just
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm gonna throw up.
Me too.
I'm just
Touching her in this form, you feel your emotions also amplified. All those negative emotions, which are
Trust me.
already
She
like,
knows last time she touched something like this, it was bad. That's why her hands are kind of shaking. She's like, oh, this could hurt me.
however, because your intent is to heal, because the gay, but mostly because you are coming in this not with the I'm focusing on all of the pain, but I'm focusing on what is good. That is able to push through and push these back. It's still there, it still is difficult, but Giselle, you do start to feel this relief very incrementally start to seep into you from her touch. And the emotions begin to calm. You are still you are still feeling all of these things, but it's starting to slow. It's starting to calm. It's starting to simmer. How does she respond to this?
Oh my god. Sorry, that was not a great sound to make. I the claws slowly retract. I think the form literally like shrinks up a little bit. Um, and I think kind of like a cat looking for affection. I like press back into the touch and like onto like forehead to forehead.
As you're shaking, the walls are coming down a little bit around us.
Um, and I think all you just hear is it's not fair.
No, it's not. I didn't want to leave my home either.
Um, I think I just because I don't want to get. I'm picturing like our safety tools and the things that we've all talked about. I I think she just presses her forehead against yours and you just breathe together as this starts to kind of come down and she slowly starts to come to.
Seeing this happen and seeing Makoto calming her down, Kampa actually starts to like drag himself over and just lays his head down and does the Makoto thing where he just leans against Giselle and seems like he is attempting to also put some healing energy forth.
I think as soon as Giselle, like the fog clears and it's like that first gasp of air after being underwater for too long, when she kind of like pulls back into herself and is like, oh my, she like looks down at like her claws, like her literal gauntlets of the Guardian constellation, and sees that they're covered in Campa's blood. She immediately like drops down to her knees and she starts trying to like um heal Campa as well. And it's just guilt and sorrow and like I'm so like she's like crying. She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Campa. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Um Trying to heal.
As you do this, your form slowly starts to come back to its humanoid shape. The fell slowly starts to recede. The skull goes back to your poofy hair and fuzzy little ears, and the tears are still there. There's still a few flecks of green and black here and there, but you shrink back as you lean down and try and heal him, and he's just kind of pawing at your hand, and it's just like, it's fine, it's fine. I want to go home too. I understand. And I'm sorry.
And if you look at Makoto's face, it's just kind of the welcome back.
Weh.
It's gonna be okay. And just the like the lean with the fingers in your hair a little bit. Just we'll figure it out, okay?
I don't think I can speak yet, and I'm still holding on to Campa, and I'm still like do my best to push healing energy into the gaping neck wounds. But she just looks up at you and mouths,
Yeah. And I'm not very good at it, but I'll lean my hand down and try to help Campa as best I'm really bad at this. Heal.
The three of us might not be like coming in close into the scene, but I imagine there's a general aura
I think-
of vibes coming in.
Yeah, and I think honestly, y'all, she's new to this, the whole head speaking thing. But to especially to the three of y'all, just can y'all deal with Bria right now, or if you can, or whatever we got to do next. I don't know what we're doing. Okay, but specifically to you three and not Giselle and Campa in front of me.
oh, at the mention of Bria, my eyes like flash green again.
No, that is especially not saying it. That's what I was saying. Like, not you. Trust me, because Makoto is pissed at Bria. Like, yeah.
I think Cersei would kneel down to C2B and not really, I don't know if she can do this or they can do this, but like just try to mentally fortify him a bit and just pat him on the head and say, do what you do, buddy. And he goes flying off.
It does a bit of a like salute with its wing, a little bit of personality, which is strange. The more you've had this magic, the more C2B has been able to do by itself. But it gives a little salute with its wing, and then
I'll follow C2B by flying.
sounds good.
Yeah. I'd go too. I don't think I'd leave you alone if it was going after Bria.
I think Cersei is going to. I think you'll see around Makoto, Campa, and Giselle. I think you'll see little blue flowers start to pop up as Cersei sends healing energy. But then they sit down and their eyes are blue face bank, and they're in C2B with you guys.
And as soon as Rasai and Nico like out their wings, you guys hear in your head Campa's voicing, wait, things are still a little volatile. I think it would be better to have all of us together. We still have work to do here. She ran. We can find her again.
I think Giselle's like pawing at the tears down that are still streaming, and she's like, the orb, the fell blood thing. What happened to it? Did it get in the water?
You actually have it like on your person still. You can kind of feel it strangely in you, but similar to your scale where you get your power from, you feel like if you reach in and summon it, you can just, especially now that you have a little more control over your emotions.
Wait, hang on. I know I just asked that question, but I think I also answered it. I like morph it out. Like,
Part,
Was
a
it
part
was
of me
a
thought you were gonna do like the cat hairball thing there. Hold on, guys. What?
miserable.
My shoulders just start going. Oh man.
But yeah, it didn't
Just
feel
let it
good.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, let me hold your hair back.
you could do
Yeah,
that, honestly.
it didn't
You ever have
feel
a panic
good.
attack so bad where you're just like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I do think
Yes.
we need a full body reset?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I could do that.
You do you. Regardless, you get it out, and it felt bad, but you feel significantly better now that it is out. And funny enough, when you do pull it out, it actually is cleansed
Oh.
because you guys healed her and she had it. You healed the source. So now you just see this blue greenish globule of, once again, what looks to be a big chunk of coagulated blood.
Hmm.
A little bit more magical than that, but in essence, you recognize it for what it is. But it is not entirely tainted now, it is purified. And Campa looks up wearily. You can't see, hold on. And just kind of paws at it. And as soon as he touches it with his claw, you see a bubble encapsulate it, and it.
Okay, good. I don't want to. I don't want to mess it up again.
You didn't mess anything up. You did good going after it. Thank you for your quick reflexes.
And kept Bria
You-
off of it.
You cleansed it.
Yeah.
You all did. You
Versailles
worked
shifts
together.
uncomfortably.
Same. Cersei does.
I hold out my arm. Like one hand is still on Campa. I'm like petting his ears, but the other one like is held out to you, Rasai, for a hug.
There's definitely like a moment of hesitation, but Versailles will come in and join a little hug.
I'll just give
Good.
you a big squeeze.
Camp has like turned his head so that your scritches get the right spot, which seem to be the scars left over from the freshly healed wounds, because those are itchy.
Yeah.
But he's like,
I'm sorry. I don't fully understand all of this just yet. I think I did more harm than good.
You did what you had to do. I understand that. Bonk my head against yours a little.
To be honest, Rasai, I don't think I would have made the same choice if you hadn't. I really wanted to hit Bria. Like, really.
Yeah. Knowing that the orb can do that to something, to someone, it can't be good.
I think in this quiet, now that Giselle's okay, right? Oh, roughly okay. I think Makoto's actually going to go to Cersei. Yeah, we're not here. At least we're kind of up. But we'll go to Cersei and just do the golden retriever lean. I don't know if Makoto has the right words, so I don't think she's really going to say anything. Just lean.
I think Cersei just is grateful for it, but doesn't feel like they deserve it, so they don't really lean back.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really upset. But
It's fair.
it can be dealt with later. We have some other things to do. I'm not gonna ask a dumb question and see if you're okay. I don't really understand how you could be. So let's at least work and maybe we can think about it later. She'll just, not forcefully or anything, but very gently just kind of wrap an arm around and just kind of help you to your feet. Now, are you at least physically okay? You didn't get hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I think not at all.
All right.
That bird scratched me up a little bit, but it's underground now, so we're good.
That was really awesome, by the way. I was really impressed with that.
Oh, thanks. It's
You're welcome.
new.
It was incredibly impressive.
Yours was too. That, I mean, changing terrain. Earth
Yeah.
signs. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Camp
I think
at
she
this
just-
point.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry, I was just gonna say, just gives you a handkerchief because she's just been like, don't get me wrong, it's not nice because she's been, but just crying. but yeah.
I think while those two scenes are happening, Nico's just going to start wandering around and, I guess, trying to self-soothe some feelings that they're having. Is going to try the areas around here that had started to die and wither because of the orb. I'm just going to start trying to like heal those and just wander around.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can do little bits of that. And that's probably what prompts Campa to finally like, okay, everyone, before we have too many curious eyes investigating what all this commotion was, let's heal this area, please. And then when we get back, I think today you're welcome to take the rest of the day off, but soon we need to begin some more intense training. We need to unlock the next level of your power. But for now, please let's focus on healing this accursed area.
I think, you know, in anime, like when a character like suddenly gets like a gray overlay, they freeze and there's like the little lines that go down to like show the stress. Like that happens to Risai. And she's like, oh shit.
Oh no.
And because there's no proper source here, you guys don't have to roll for it. It's just a matter of everybody hold hands and, you know...
Oh, we don't have to go to the bottom of the link.
Not anymore.
It's kumbaya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did that for you, Risai.
Stop it. As one of my group really likes to put it, say sorry really hard. That's how you heal.
And I think just Makoto being who she is, if she sees that Nico and Risai are both having just an internal collapse, come apart. Just doing a very similar thing of just, we'll figure it out later, okay? And so she just literally walk around the battlefield, just like blip, 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 like just picking everybody up very gently. We have work to do. I'm
Amazing.
sorry. We'll figure it out later, okay?
He just picks up Campa last and he's like, how is this
Yeah, just
even?
like-
How did
like
she's just
Drape
on
him
top like,
around.
what? I can fly.
little scarf of Campa, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, everybody. And then, yeah, because I don't.
Yep.
The thing is, Makoto would not want to see anyone just feel like they're left alone to
For sure.
try to internal crumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't think I say anything yet, but I think I walk with Nico while they're doing their healing thing. I just add my energy to yours and help you.
I might link my arm with yours a little. Were you aware of everything when that happened?
Ish. It
Foggy.
yeah, like you know when sometimes like you're in a dream and you have sort of that half realization of like I'm in a dream, but it doesn't really, you don't know if that really changes anything.
Yeah.
I think it was like that.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks. Thank you for doing what you did.
Yeah.
It helped.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want you feeling like you had to give in to it, you know? Because I'm sure you and I both need to hold on to the thought that that's not an inevitable thing, huh?
I think my thing might be a little different from yours.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But we got to work through it.
You did
somehow,
great.
I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm here.
You. Thanks.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, you overcame it, and it's really impressive, Giselle.
Thanks. And I think under her boots, the curse climbs a little higher. Because this was a release, but I don't know if she worked through anything. But yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. And as you guys finally get through healing the area, at least the lake, the top of this hill, you guys can hear that there are curious voices starting to approach the top, but it seems like something is holding them back from actually getting up there. Perhaps it's fate, perhaps it's magic, perhaps it's
Campa. Maybe it's Campa.
Maybe he's born with it. Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe it's Maybelline. What?
all the correct answer. But regardless, hearing that, Campa kind of is like, okay, let's hurry it up. But you guys are doing great. You're making good time. And as the lake and its surrounding area are healed, you can already see that the rest of the ground and foliage around it slowly start to heal just from this being healed. And as you are all gathering up to finally begin to leave, the lake is no longer still. You begin to see these, at first, small ripples before it just starts to, and then a massive shape begins to emerge from the depths. And Campa, who was about to be like, okay, kids, hop on, kind of stops, turns, and seems we have a guest. He's going to sort of bow his head. As he does, from the lake emerges this massive catfish-like head, except the mouth just stretches on, and the whole thing, it looks almost serpentine, but you guys can only really see the face. It has so many eyes going down, but regardless, it does have these really cute whiskers on it that kind of wiggle out and start to kind of like reach over towards you guys. And you would I know, my worst nightmare.
Oh,
I'm not gonna like. Part of me, like Makoto's so tempted to just take a video. And I'm like, ah!
I think Rasai follows Campa's lead and we'll just do like a bow, mostly just so she's looking at the ground.
No, it's Breath of the Wild. You have to get your camera up and get the right shot just before.
Yeah, hold on, let me just
I also do like a little wobbly like curtsy in my tutu. Like
This thing's mouth opens in a very strange manner, unevenly, but you all hear this deep voice just echo out. It at first sounds like the crashing of waves, but you guys are able to sort of interpret that as words somehow. This thing also just doesn't. It looks tired as hell. I don't know how catfish look tired, but it does. And you hear it say, "You all must be the chosen. I thank you for your help on this day, as I was too weary to lift myself from the bottom of the lake. You've expelled the poison from the land I look over. I will see to it that I keep a closer eye and that nobody tampers with this land again. Once again, I thank you." And its eyes close and it kind of dips its head in a bow. Some of its whiskers do come forward and kind of like give you guys pats on the head. I know. This is my worst nightmare too. I hate it. I hate
I
fish.
love it. I love it. Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
love
I think
Great.
Makoto's just kind of like, what? Okay.
Trying so hard to
No.
be polite to this spirit that we just saved. Just
I know I just saved it, but I do kind of like bad. I'm like, okay.
Oh, for
Just don't
sure. And it sees that and is kind of like, "Mhm, mhm."
Catfish hit.
Eh?
understands.
For sure. But when it lifts its head back up, it kind of bubbles out, and you hear once again, "You are all always welcome here and have my blessing. It means not much now in my weakened state, but once I regain my power, I promise to lend you my power if I can."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
If you are able, please come back for the Harvest Festival, as it is this town's pride. Hopefully, this has not ruined it this year. I will try to make things better. And with that, it begins to just slowly sink back down.
oh, that thing was huge.
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh, I like turn around to see if any of like the people that were kind of gathering on the hill saw that too. I'm like, they'll see that.
For sure. They were being held back for a while, but it seems like whatever was keeping it back, as soon as the actual spirit came forth that they kind of pushed past, and you see like I'm going to say maybe 30 people by the entrance just like peeking over, and some of them are recording on their like old Nokia shell phones. But you know, they're just wide-eyed staring at this going, "Was that the spirit? God. None of that was audible, I know. But
Heard a little bit of it.
Yeah. Yes,
um,
focus on the spirit, not us. We're
Yeah, no.
yeah,
Yeah.
they for sure are 100% focused on the spirit, and they're like,
Yeah.
those people just got the spirit's blessing. Maybe did they help bring it back? That's crazy. And at that point, Campus like, all right, class, time to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Just
right,
as a
sure.
quick look down before we leave, is the grass healing? Is it healed? Like what's kind
It
of the
is
area looking like?
actively healing. It no
Gotcha.
longer looks like it is withering. It looks like almost what are those called? Like a fast forward of watching grass slowly grow.
A time lapse.
Time lapse, thank you.
Gotcha. Okay. Just curious.
May I,
Yeah.
Oh, may I do one thing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
You can leave, actually. Yeah, what do you want?
I reach down and I pluck up just one of the little blue flowers. And I say to Kempa, Kempa, I'm really sorry about everything that happened, and I know that I feel like I can't really shouldn't really ask for anything right now, but can we super quick stop by Fusili's house to let them know that things are going to be okay?
We can do that. And you've nothing to apologize for. Now hop on, let's get out.
Okay, bye. Hop on.
Rocket blasting off again.
All right. You guys do stop by Fusili and Reese, who they ended up having a slumber party in the attic. So when you knock on the door and are like, "Hey, it's us. Everything's good," they are incredibly relieved. And by the time you get there, you actually see that the effect of healing the spirit and the hill actually have started to already affect here. You can see the grass is actually green-ish. It's no longer crunchy, so that's something. The animals you also see, even though it's only been maybe a day, uh, most of them are back up and walking, or at least grazing. So they're getting their energy back as well. And they wave you guys off with offers of whenever you come back, you're always welcome. They'll bake you something nice next time. They don't have any ingredients right now, but next time, they promise. And Reese, the little kid, uh, holding up their very trusty pan, is like, and I promise I'll keep this place safe. It's very adorable, but regardless, you all begin to make your way back to Auriga. The rest of the trip, I imagine, is spent in exhausted silence.
I do have
Yes.
one very quick thing. I think Cersei, in a little moment, leans over to Makoto and says, Did you manage to get like a picture or video of that?"
At least like 5 seconds. Yeah. And I'll be honest, Cersei, it was really cool and I just kind of wanted to keep a record of it, but as much as I am loathing your friend at the moment, I figured she should see it at some point when I don't hate her as much. Or I could just give it to you. That's my idea.
Cersei is very taken aback. That was not what they were expecting, but thank you.
Yeah.
But you see a little bit of a smile like creep up on the side of their cheek, and they say just in your head, "Could you send that video to Soul? I think she'd love it."
Yeah. Send it to both of you.
Delightful. Ah, Soul. Dear sweet Soul. Conversations that we're not going to have. So, you guys eventually, late into the night, arrive back at the castle. The school. Campa just straight up drops you guys on the landing platform and is like, I'm just going to teleport you all to your rooms. I imagine you don't want to walk. I don't want to walk. Great. Good night. And you all just feel yourselves.
Okay.
Yep, already gone. But
Uh,
luckily, you guys share rooms. And you know now how to reach out to Campa mentally. If for some ungodly reason you want to.
I have questions.
Well, good night. So, yeah.
I was just gonna say, Makoto being Makoto, I think as everyone's kind of decompressing or, doing the things that she would do for everybody, trying to be nice and just like there's hot tea if you want it. Blankets of plushy things, just wool lined everything. Like here you go, here's a blanket, here's some tea, here's some tea. But I think she'll just look at Giselle and, hey, whenever you're ready, I think we should chat. Not in a bad way, just I have an idea that I want to help with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
whenever
good.
you want.
Silent Hill sirens going off.
Yeah, didn't want to pull the we need to talk. No, not like that. No anxiety like that. Just
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. I just have something that works for me when I'm really stressed out, and if it helps, I want to help.
Sounds good. Thanks. All right. I am super gross and sweaty, so I'm gonna run out and shower. So I'm gonna I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for the tea. So I go and I go into the bathroom, and I think I'm in there for a while, scrubbing Campa's blood off of my hands and face and neck.
Yeah, and I think a couple of the bathroom lights go out while you're in there.
Damn it. All right, I'm looking at I'm looking at my hair, and I think it's singed in a bunch of places from the fire. So I think I put on some comfy clothes, and I come out of the bathroom, and I'm just like, Masai?
I think Rusai is in their room right now. She's got the book that Iko gave about the fairy tales and history and mythology and stuff, and she's specifically just trying to read, but mostly just staring at the pages of one of the stories that it's not handled with fighting and defeating a monster with violence, just kind of staring at it. Just what? Yeah.
I I hold up a pair of kitchen scissors, and I indicate kind of my burned and singed hair, and I'm like, can you help me salvage this?
Oh, I am so sorry. Immediately puts the book down.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I was like, we can whatever scenes we have coming forward, I'm like, will you join me in the living area and give me an impromptu haircut? And I also love this because this means that I, Julia, now have a reason to not wear the wig.
Take it off.
Take it all.
All right, okay.
Woo!
For 15 subs, I'll take off the wig.
We just had a raid, so you know.
Hey, perfect timing.
Perfect. All right, give me a sec. Y'all do your thing. I'm gonna fix whatever's going on here.
So, anything else you guys want to do that evening? Cersei, are you still keeping tabs on C to B?
I think that, like, after, if they can find a quiet moment alone in their room, I think that they'll look in on C to B. Not planning to look for very long, just wanting to see if Bria is okay.
Yeah, for sure. You peek through to C to B, and it looks like he found her and is on her shoulder again, just chilling. And you can see Bria's hand like petting him, but the area that she's in is incredibly dark. You get the sense, just looking through C to B, that there's this. What are you giggling about? No passing notes in class. You get the sense that this is probably underground somewhere, and that's only really words. You see stairs. They're climbing downstairs, and it just seems to keep going. You just get this sense of dread set in the more steps they descend. And by they, I mean there's somebody with Bria. There is a massive woman with bright, fiery red hair trailing out underneath full plate mail, which I actually do have art of. Let me go ahead and just
Yeah? Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't
Huh?
you worry. I've got art.
Are we gonna be thirsty for the bad guy on stream
I'm
this time?
for this.
Of course. What else?
All right, let's
What
see.
else? Excuse me while I just adjust this. Oh, you can't see that one yet. It is in the roll 20.
Big old
So,
scary.
Oh my god, hi.
oh my god, I know, right?
Hi.
Yeah,
The
I'm
back
in love with
muscles?
her.
What?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So
Hi.
Makoto
they
now has a
are
complex.
walking slowly down these steps that just keep going. And Bria is speaking while still kind of just petting idly C to B. I just don't know. It was such a sudden change, and it didn't look good. Are you positive? And this woman heaves a sigh, stops and looks down, and you can just see her sharp eyes peeking out from the helmet. And she places a hand on Bria's other shoulder, gently. And she says, "It's just because she hasn't had the right training. If we could help her, things would be different." That useless guide of theirs isn't doing his job. But if done properly, she would be fine. She would be able to control it. It's as simple as that. And Bria kind of shifts a little uncomfortably, but nods. All right. Well, I don't think they'll want to talk to me after that, so might be better if one of you try and convince them. I can talk to one of them at least, but... And you see the redhead just nod and start to continues to walk down the stairs. We'll see what we can do. For now, we need to get you to Geis. I love causing distress in my players.
I love our different reactions, Kate. I love how you're just like, oh my God, this is horrible. Oh my God, I'm so emotional. And I just am like uproariously laughing, just cackling. Oh, Kate.
If I wasn't in Cersei right now, I think I would be too. Just
Okay.
I think Cersei will send a mental ping to C to B of just stay with her, help her, please.
It squawks a little bit and then turns up towards Bria's face. You see Bria look down and give a tired smile, but C to B kind of pecks up at her cheek. And she's just like, oh, thanks, bud.
Cersei will pull out of that.
This
I
is
think
fine.
that this is so much still.
Fine.
So much has changed. We were supposed to go on a date tomorrow. You mean we're not going on a date anymore?
See,
We just
Oh, seriously, no. I like lean forward to like try and give you a hug, and Rasai like cuts off like a big chunk of hair here.
no.
And
Oh
then, like,
no! Wait. Oh. Okay, so hear me out. I can fix this. I can salvage this.
Cersei's like, I think they can kind of pull that off.
thank you. No, I like reach out my hands to yours. I'm like, talk to us.
Okay. Well, is everybody back in? Is Nico and Makoto? Because we can always do this after you guys have done what you.
Yeah, I hadn't really. They were probably reading an old book that it's not got like a title or like wording or anything like or a cover to it. It just looks like a plain leather bound book or a journal, if you will. But it looks pretty old. But they'll clue into the scene, like pay attention if it seems like you're talking to the room.
And
Yeah, Makoto's there. She's got blankets. She's got, you know what I mean, like the physically
Yeah.
comforting things. Like, here you go. It's not much, but yeah, warm drinks.
okay. Well, C to be found her. He's with them right now, and they are underground. And there's another one.
What do you mean another one?
There was Bria was with someone. She was very tall, had plate mail that like I've never seen before. It must be from Geis as well. Long red hair. And I think Cersei is going to, for now, leave out the part about them talking about Giselle. They are, well, two things. They're sending Bria to Geis. I don't know why. I don't know if C2B's connection will stay. It's already probably pretty far, but we'll see. And the red person is next, is coming after us. They know about us. Bria told them.
Do you think they're like us? Chosen by
It
something?
looks. I don't know if. I think they at least went under the same procedure that Bria did. I imagine that if they're scientists, they probably tested something like that on themselves as well. Campa
For
might know more about that.
Like an artificial chosen?
I guess.
I mean, the goddess on that side isn't alive to do the choosing.
Right. And we don't know anything about the constellations on that side. If they got tainted as well, if they're the ones doing the deciding, perhaps they are like us, or they've done it with science.
Yeah, I'm trying to read. I mean, I've read this like a million times, but there's a very different perspective to the way that the world works now that we are what we are. And just to see if there's any kind of insight with how it worked there or what their heavens would look like.
Also, you say that
I mean,
they're taking her to Geist, right?
yes.
So that means they're here, like
yes.
on our side of the world.
I
Did you
want to know
see?
how they.
Yeah, like how do they get there, and
How
where
do they
else
get here?
do they base? You know what I mean? Like, where do they home base here?
They
Did you see
were
anything?
underground. There were a lot of stairs. It was very dark, and I felt that dread, like when we're around the fell.
Did it
there
look a
like
bit like our training ground with stairs?
No, it looked more old, decrepit, less taken care of. Because your shit is old, but Campa has had nothing to
Well
do for the
loved.
past
Yeah.
couple thousand years. So these ones look like they've not been touched, except for very, very recently.
I'm just curious how they managed to get through, and in the interest of full disclosure, given everything that we're going through, my home sits on top of an old way through.
So there are ways to like still get to
I
like taking like going
was
downstairs.
well, as far as I'm aware, it was sealed when the ancestor came through, and that was many, 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 many generations ago. And so it's not something that is active right now, but I know that it is physically possible to have passed through because she did pass through and then sealed her way.
I'm honestly curious too, because not that it's a lot, two's not a lot, right? But every time we've met the Fel, it's been underground.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Like
it's
they're
seeping through the world.
Yeah, maybe.
And now if what Brio was doing is some sort of plan that these other people are putting together, it's like they're trying to actively draw through.
Well,
Yeah.
because I wonder like with go ahead, seriously, sorry.
just you remember what Campa said about it's not that once we got rid of the orb, there was no source. There was fell activity, but there wasn't actually a source until Bria brought one. So
But it was
they have the power to
It
Bring
was
it
already
through.
infected before us, yeah. But like before we got there, I mean, and before a concentrated source might be it.
Right, but Campa was saying that they have the power to essentially weaken and poison the land before planting.
Right. And that's what I mean. If it's below the ground, a lot of us here don't really reside in the ground. You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't see it, is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
just
it would
had a
be
horrible thought. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, for it.
I
Well-
have another as well, but carry on.
Okay, yeah, let's see whose is worse.
Okay.
So okay. So my thing
you so
is here. So this has kind of been confusing me because here, flat Earth real.
Mm.
So
Right.
I'm like, how is it possible that the blood has been seeping through to our side if I thought we were both like flat and one's on top of the other? So I've been wondering, like, is it like a radiation thing where the residual fell is kind of seeping up like radiation,
Or is it
or
like
is
a
there something,
sponge?
or is it like how sentient is it? Is it climbing up towards our side, the lingering traces of our goddess? And then I also had another thought, which is kind of insane, but it's been a day. Because if the goddess has been dead for like thousands of years, where are they getting this coagulated blood from? Because I was like shouldn't she have bled out or decayed by now? But then I'm like, well, we know that Kampa is kind of immortal and can't really die, so I'm like, can a goddess really die? So then I'm like, is she?
Well, we're trying to heal it, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to heal it. Is she
Can't exactly
still on
heal
the
the
other?
dead.
Is she still on the other side and is still bleeding out, and that's where the sources are coming from?
Yeah,
It's
and
possible.
I mean, it's been how many years? Lies and stories and I can't remember the word I'm looking for, but wives' tales, they happen somehow.
Yeah.
Also, to answer
Yeah.
your first question, it looks like they can manipulate it well, is what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So if they're pushing it,
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead, Nico.
Well, we'll see if this is terrible. So I don't know if this is true of every being that is from Geist, but certainly my family, I have the patches of white, but many are fully white, and the ancestor was that way inclined. And I've been sitting worrying about this for a while, that that's what Saul looks like. I'm not suggesting that like Saul and I are related. That might not be it. So either it is that, or it's that she's originally from the other side. Campa's been over there before. Campa is also white. Just pointing that out as well.
White boy.
Yeah.
I'd say it's
White boy of the
white
year.
man.
So I feel like there's more to that story than we've been led to believe yet. And I haven't prodded at it because people are entitled to privacy, and I kept a lot of my stuff private, and people were respectful of that. But if we're trying to figure this out, that may be another thread to this. I think she might be from there.
And I will say, just as a reminder, when you guys were interrogating Bria before, when you asked if the people that she works for are albino, Campa shut the fuck up.
He sure did. I did note that because he clammed the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, and we know
Yeah,
that Campa. Sorry.
Oh, just the person that I saw. She was in full, like, all I could see was her eyes. I could not see her skin.
Well, I understand why Campa wouldn't have wanted to elaborate with Bria there. I get it. He probably said more than he would have felt comfortable originally in her presence, but I feel like we're perhaps owed answers now. If he wants us to succeed at this, we need to go in armed with information, not just training and powers.
Yeah, I agree. And also, something else Bria said, Kempa didn't just leave, Kempa took something.
Stole their stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was over there training them, and then they had different opinions about the direction they should be going in, and then took the stuff. He was helping them, I think, was what he said, to get better.
He's just such a helpful little guy.
He's over there healing
Honestly,
things, heal the
He's just
world,
doing his
Make
job.
make it a
helping
better place.
people.
if he took their stuff, how did they continue? What did they get instead?
I mean, there must have been, and I had always worried that still would be civilization there.
Yeah, but I guess I'm wondering is how important was the stuff that he took if they can continue, and if they got it, how much worse would it be?
Well, because I don't think it was a thing. I think it was a who. I think it was soul.
Maybe soul,
But
yeah.
Seriously, you had a
What? Wow.
That's what I mean, though. If they know about us, and now Bria knows where we are, and we don't, you know what I mean? Like we don't leave. She knows we go to whatever the heck we call it.
At least we didn't mention Saul around her.
No, but what I mean is just they know that all our stuff is here.
Yeah.
So Campa's probably here. I feel like
you're muted.
Sorry, Campa doesn't know that we know about Soul.
That's very true.
That's a good point. Oh, also, I just have another like side question that is like so far down the list of priorities, but I just want to clarify. Seriously, when you said that Bria was with someone, like, how do you mean? Like, because I thought you just were starting a thing, and
no, not like that. I just meant that they were
Okay.
they were physically and the like just a little bit of red creeps up. They were just walking together.
Okay,
They
'cause
seemed more like a mentor relationship, or although I got terrible vibes off that woman.
Okay, cool. Because I'm like, I'm sorry. I do think we may have to beat them up a little bit, but we totally would have beat them up for that as well.
Thank you. I mean, I don't think our date tomorrow is happening.
How fucked would it be if she did show?
Yeah.
What a
I've been thinking about that for a week.
Wow.
If she did,
fuckboy mode, yeah.
that is really just like a, I mean, that's that and this is this. We still had a date, right?
Honestly, that's so hot of them.
Yeah.
I would be like, Cersei, I want to be friends, but I'm sorry. Gotta go after your girlfriend. I don't know.
She's too much of a fuckboy.
Yeah. You have to sell this. Cersei, if it comes to it and they come at us and it comes to a fight, what do you want us to do? It seems we're on different sides of this.
Bria is not a bad person. I think that they've been lying to her. I think that whatever fucked up thing they did to her in that lab is they're using her pain to control her. I mean, you saw her. She didn't know why she was doing what she was doing.
Yeah. Do you think I mean, we managed to use our healing to cleanse what was in Giselle. Do you think we could do it for her too?
I hope so.
Okay.
And Cersei, I say this with all the affection for you. But the basics I've learned of magic is it depends on you two. And I say that in that she could have made her choices here too. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt you.
It's okay. She sent a fell at me. I know.
Yeah, all of us.
And lied about why she was here.
I can imagine why she may not know on that part, but she did attack us and sent birds after us.
She did
They did.
attack.
Mm-hmm.
Only
Well,
'cause she did.
beyond that, she was willing to not use logic and throw fell on a guardian that was already hurting.
If we didn't know what we knew, if all you knew was that the fell gave you powers and allowed you to be free of a terrible place, if that was all that you knew, if you didn't know what we know about how the fell feels, about how it feels to be healed in the way that we can, if you didn't know any of that, would you also not take that power?
No, that's what I'm saying. I understand that she's acting on false information. Or at least what we think is false. God.
We thought we were going to have to go in to fight certain things, and now we know that healing works just as well.
And the other side of that is just Phil feeds on you. But you got to feed it too.
The negative emotion has to be there to begin with.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not,
Oh, sorry, go finish your thing.
I'm not that surprised.
All right, we've had a long day, and I don't want to pile on you more. Seriously. How about we get some takeout and watch some bad movies?
I actually have one suggestion before we do that, Giselle. If it's okay, can we be right back?
Sure. Stand up, brush off like the
hair.
All the hair on the floor. Oh my God, Rasai, you killed it! Thank you!
It looks fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me not have to wear the wig anymore.
I love that. I love that for you. If you guys are going to have a scene, Nico's just going to go and give Cersei a cuddle while that happens.
We'll be right back. It won't take long. Mm-hmm. If you're okay with that, Giselle.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And Makoto, in fact, we'll say just like, how about y'all order takeout? We'll be back when it gets here. Makoto is actually
chicken and broccoli and egg rolls. Thank you.
You got it. And shepherd's pie and no, I'm just kidding. Makoto is now I have a quick question about geography here, GM. With the floating islands, is it also super windy up there?
Definitely, except there is a magic protection around the islands, both to keep people from, if they fall, it'll kind of, Mario Kart them back up. The wind is also kind of dulled in that sphere, but you can definitely hear it and feel it. It's stronger, but it's not to the point that it should be.
Right. And we'll find out. All right.
Okay.
Makoto will lead Giselle up to the floating islands. Maybe not the tallest one, but up there enough where the wind is blowing and a lot of people can't hear us. And just, Giselle, we don't have to do this right now if you don't want to, but I just want to share what I do when I get mad. She starts screaming her ass off, like just this is not fair, this is bullshit. Like she is just screaming her ass. I mean, she's, big lungs, projects, just yelling and like not trying to damage anything, but like just letting it out. Just
I definitely like did like that cat jump where when like you started like catch like that.
and just like stomping around anywhere, like, and just how she affects the terrain. There's like every time she stomps there's a little bit more like terrain popping up, and just after a while just and turns back to you and just I don't really want to be here either. It's not I'm growing to like it. But I left my house empty. There's no one waiting for me. And it only becomes nice in moments like this when I'm yelling to the world. And no one can hear you up here.
I am kind of sorry that I said all of that because I am happy here. I had given up on thinking that I could leave home and thinking that I could go to a school like this and meet new people and dance, and there were some opportunities that I said no to because I felt like I couldn't leave home. And it wasn't fair to feel like it wasn't fair to be forced to leave, but I also know it wasn't fair to feel like I was forced to stay.
Yeah.
Even
admittedly, the universe is kind of telling you to.
Yeah. And it also is hard because it would have been easier to leave if it was all bad.
Yeah.
Um,
I let me put it this way. I know it can be hard to talk to some people about things, and you don't have to tell me. Thank you for sharing what you did, but I mostly just want you to know that this is an option.
Thanks. I think I'll talk about it eventually.
Yeah.
I think you all can kind of guess at what I'm leaving behind, but
Yeah.
for now this is pretty cool, and I just start screaming too.
I think Makoto will join you a little bit. Like, she feels better about things that happened, but she's still enraged about some things. And so I think you, Makoto, will give you a couple of platforms to and just get a little higher.
Yeah, I also think if like we talk about it more, I don't think Giselle is a screamer, but I do think, and this is, I'm a little bit like this too. I do think that she turns to you and is like, "Can I say something kind of mean?"
Sure.
And just reveals that she can be just a caustic little bitch.
I think Makoto's just like, wow, that was aggressive. And that's all she says about it.
Yeah, like the thing where you're just like, look, I have a thought and it's not very nice, but it's got to go somewhere. So like I think that's kind of what it is too. Is she doesn't yell, but she's just like, I love Circe, but Bria's an idiot.
Yeah, I admit I'm struggling very hard because I really like Circe and I want to trust their judgment. But at the same time, I was going to start elbowing her in the face when you got that orb. So I'm not saying that's right. Also, yeah.
Yeah, and Circe was right about everything, and I agree. The situation is complicated, and we're acting on different information. But come the fuck on. like shit like that. Okay, so like that's
Yeah,
it. I
like,
don't want to drag it out too long, but
last thing she'll say is just like, right, like poison treated with poison. What? Like even look, I know I'm not straight A's, but come on.
they got that from Princess Bride. They got it from Princess Bride Makoto.
What is Princess Bride? No,
That's going on the movie list tonight.
Smash cut to me kicking in the door. Guys, holy fuck, we're watching Princess Bride.
Wait, she has one more thing to say.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Wait. Oh. No. As we're kind of getting back, like once we feel better, getting down the islands, and just also that strange giant fish carp thing kind of stole my thunder here. But do you want to go to the harvest festival there together?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We'll give it time. Yeah.
I want to eat my weight in pasta.
Honestly, it sounds really good. Especially if they have like cheese, like crumbles on. Anyway, all right, come on.
Yes.
And olives. Oh, I love olives.
Not a big olives person. You can have my olives.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then we will bust down the door and be like, Princess Bride!
All right, thank you for that.
Anything else before we wrap up the day?
I would love for Versailles to have a conversation with someone, but she's not going to seek it out, is the thing.
Can you give us some like eyeball hints so they can
Yeah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think while you two are out and talking and we're waiting for the delivery that Versailles ordered, am I right in remembering that we had like a little balcony or like an open window kind of like facing out from Auriga?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Versailles is going to kind of just open that up and sit with like her legs dangling down and staring out for a little bit, just doing the heavy and thought brooding thing. Yeah.
I think Nico could come over, just being responsive to your emotional state, at least. Mind if I join?
Yeah, go ahead.
You doing okay?
I mean, I'm not the one who turned into a foul monster thing earlier, so
No.
I hesitate to say no.
Yeah, but you look pretty shaken up even before any of that happened when we were at the lake.
That's the
Poor for
thing,
you.
though. It just... I obviously have very different emotions about this whole chosen thing than everybody else, and I don't know if I can relate in the same way. I thought I was chosen because it was just like, I'm obviously great and amazing, and I'm destined for this, to be some kind of hero, to be good at what I do, but I'm also very self-centered, and it's hard for me to make that connection with other people when it doesn't have anything to do with me. And ever since we've started this, I don't think I've succeeded once.
That's not true. You've been very kind to me in a way that I don't think was self-serving. And I think you have a passion and a drive that is really inspiring, especially coming from someone who lacks a lot of self-confidence. I think all good groups, at least from what I've read, because I've literally not been around other people until we came here, but Everyone has to bring something different or it doesn't work. You have to complement each other.
That's the
And
thing. I wish it was just a passion and a drive that made me different from everyone else. And it used to be like that was me, but I didn't used to be this inclined to violence.
do you think your constellation has affected that?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I never had the chance to be violent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look good when you do it, so that helps. It's, I don't know.
Women.
Yeah. Don't you love it when?
We support women's rights and wrongs.
Yeah. And we work well together. I mean, the way that we did with the light and killed all those that was really cool.
That was really cool. I
And
guess
it was working together. It wasn't just self-centered, per se.
yeah. I guess I have some more learning to do. But in the meantime, if you need anything like incinerated, just let me know.
Okay. I will do that.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah. I trust you. I trust that you'll have my back. And the others. It's a lot to adapt to, and some of us are perhaps adapting a little easier than others, or finding their place in this a little easier.
Yeah.
But everybody goes at their own pace.
I don't think I'm the only one who needs comfort tonight, though. So
No. I think takeaway food and movies. I've never had takeaway before. Does it
what?
change the food? Like, is it
Oh.
better than...
Immediately grabbing Nico and checking
Oh.
them aside. Listen, the grease adds to it. Like she's just like you don't understand.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I trust you. I all for new
God.
experiences.
Imagine ordering like Uber Eats to the big tower library in the desert. I would love that.
Such a
Anyways,
vibe.
all right.
I think that as you guys come in your respective groups, you'll see that Cersei has the big fluffy this is probably not safe, but the big fluffy beanbag chair that they sometimes just curl up in, and they've got this strange little desk in front of them with all of these strange little gadgets, and you see that there is this like glowing blue light as they have like this kind of wand, and there's this kind of smoky smell and a little bit of a tang like copper or iron. And they are, if you look closely, there's those flowers that they made. There's a glowing blue flower in them, and they are carefully soldering the edges. And it looks like they have jewelry making materials in front of them. And they are just crafting for the night. Um, little gifts.
Lovely.
I think by the end of the night, you each will have a bracelet with one of those flowers on it that just constantly glows a little bit like a glow in the dark watch. And Cersei just says, I'm sorry, and I love you all. And I have put in these a little bit of my healing power. So if you ever need it, it has 1 dose. Just crush it in your hand, and you'll be better. And I think like hands shaking, especially to like giving it to Giselle, because I'm really sorry.
Seriously, I immediately put it on and I just offered like to give you just the biggest, warmest hug.
Mm-hmm.
Makoto is
I-
about to crush you both in this hug for the record.
oh yeah, come on in. Yeah,
And they just
Not saying anything. Just all right. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think in the midst of all this, Giselle is just like, this wasn't your fault.
Wasn't not my fault. But the Princess Bride is so good. I've never seen it before either. It's awesome.
There's
Thank you
such,
for the gift.
there's such
Seriously.
an anime urge to just be like, don't ever apologize again. No, but
Yeah.
definitely not Makoto.
Do it.
Just
For the record, Cersei, you should never apologize for having a good heart. That's all it is.
Just
I'm
crow
fine.
sobbing in our heads from Campa, who's been
Yeah.
eavesdropping this whole time.
Oh, I think like I think they'll think, oh yeah, and you see like they start making another one for Campo.
Mm-hmm.
and Soul
Without
maybe.
and Soul. Oh my
Y'all
Maybe not
don't-
like Campasy that we've given one to Soul.
maybe like a
And I think-
necklace they can put under the shirt.
Or like one of
Yeah.
those cute little like keychains that you put on like a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Right? How
And y'all
awesome
don't-
is that?
It's awesome. I was just gonna say y'all don't even know the amount of like tuck-ins and like TV tray. You know what I mean? Like the little fold-out trays and like tea and like
Mm-hmm.
Makoto is just absolutely just you don't even know like it probably, but she's just like
Makoto's like, you're all gonna be so comfy.
you don't even
Yeah.
know.
You're gonna be
We
the
can embrace it.
biggest motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
Fluffy socks. Yeah, like she
Yep.
she can't help it. It's got to go somewhere. Okay.
Yep.
My cat just threw up.
I
Well,
hope you're okay.
Speaking
It's
of
just
the
too much gay love.
personification
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
cat puke, Campa will end the session with one last little scene at the end of the night. As Campa in his humanoid form has teleported himself back to his stupid secret little lab. And in the center, of course, is Soul's tube, her home, filled with this bright green and blue liquid with all of these tubes connecting to her. This pale, just pure white, ghostly girl with black eyes and green irises. And Campa still looks pretty fucked up, but he makes his way, just drags himself over to this cylinder in the center and just presses a hand against it and leans his forehead on it and sighs. And Soul from the inside gets closer and puts her hand against it. She says, "Everything okay?" He just, "Yes, things just are complicated." And then he pauses as something catches his eye from the corner. "Soul, did you steal a phone from somebody?"
I knew it.
And she immediately like sinks back and is like, No?
He's gonna find our Scrabble games.
And he, like, wearily steps away and, like, over towards one of the desks where there's just fragments of a phone that's been broken. He pulls it out. On the screen, there is one of the games that she lost at, and she has slammed it on the ground and shattered it, and then kinda, like, shoved it underneath the desk to hide it. And he sees who she was playing with and just kind of raises an eyebrow. "Young lady, we need to have a conversation." And that's where we're gonna end today's session, is Campa's using the dad voice. Watch out.
Uh-oh.
Not dad
Uh-oh.
voice.
This is fine. That means it's broken and the video of the fish thing did not get there. It's fine. This is cool. It's just Scrabble. No worries.
No, my streak.
Aw.
God. So, yeah, needless to say, you haven't heard from Soul for a while after she lost that game, but from playing with her since you got her the phone, you've noticed that she is really good at certain games, really bad at some, and she has a quick temper and hates losing.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
But regardless, thank you all so much for playing today. Mwah, 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 mwah. Let's go ahead and go through our outroductions and anything that you guys have going on, are doing, etc. Excuse me. Okay, we're good. I'm Ultimirage. You can find me pretty much anywhere as Ultimirage. I am an artist and a pro GM, and if you want to find me on Start Playing, I do have several games with seats open because alas, people's schedules keep changing and they have to leave. But I have games that are all over the fucking place, mostly D&D, but right now that includes a circus-themed game, a make-your-own setting game, a few of them, and a Legend of Zelda game. So, check that out. Ultramirage. Start playing. Torin.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin. I'm Torin Talks Creativity on the internet. As far as what I am up to right now, I'll be honest, it's too much. I don't want to go through it. But like, I basically, you can find me on Girls Run These Worlds 3 days a week right now, 4 days a week, 3 days a week. And I'm very lovingly, very happy that people want me to be in their games. Otherwise, I am on the transmissions on Tuesday with very much lovely Hamalu and Jill and other people. And they are running a wonderful, wonderful place over there. Please go check them out and just watch us struggle on Tuesdays. It's fine. Otherwise, for me, I am a voice actor and a digital artist as well. So on my channel, Torn Talks Creativity, you can watch me just screw things up as I play games, make silly, fun character voices, and then do art as well on there. So thank you.
Wahoo. Jill.
Hello, I am Jill, also known as Ghosty JK. You can find me here on Mondays, on Tuesdays, in the transmissions with the Blood and Lyrium. And you can also hear me on Tuesdays with the Transmissions podcast, Black Tea. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. And it's a folk horror. We are playing the Liminal RPG system, and it is based in 1970s Wales. So that's super fun.
Woohoo. Hamalu.
Hi, it's me, Emma, Hamlin on the internet. Yeah, I'm in the projects that have been getting mentioned. Tomorrow you can see me over at the transmissions, GMing Dragon Age Story Blood and Rain with these guys. We reached level 2 last time. Yay! They fought some Darkspawn, and then people got stabbed in the heart with feelings because the sad little elf was being Zed. And it's a beautiful game. And then you can also hear me on the transmissions. I am there as well, playing a witch, a witchy poo in the woods. Love a witch in the woods. And then you will see me on Sunday here at this channel running All Templars Are Bastards. The name alone tells you what you need to. They're going to be heisting a Templar stronghold and using goats and ghost stories to try and spook some Templars. It's going to be great. 10 out of 10 would recommend joining in for that. But that's me.
Hell yeah. Kate.
Hello, I'm Kate, or Kate Orange Sky 11 on most things, Twitter, YouTube, if you want to see some fun fan edits I made years and years ago. I'm currently not involved in anything at the moment, but perhaps soon. So, but Auriga stars.
All right. Last but not least, Julia.
Hello, that's me. I'm Julia. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at j_Deluxe and on Start Playing as well at Just Julia. Yeah, this is also my only project I'm in currently. So thank you for having me. Thanks, Alta.
Woohoo. Oh, one other thing that I'm adding, and this is the silliest, stupidest thing, but if anybody is a fan of the incredible video game The Dog Island, my friend and I are going to make a fanzine for it. So keep an eye out for that. If you haven't played or watched a playthrough of The Dog Island, I highly recommend it. All right, so on to our little announcements. Wednesday. Oh, hold on. I don't have my glasses on. Can't fucking see anything. Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Plots have begun. But will the crew of the Halo be up to their stealthy task on board the El Dorado cruise ship? Join storyteller Anya in Firefly Into the Black. Friday, we have episode 9 of our high fantasy, high tech, high flying Numenera adventure, Erwin. Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern with our own Angela. Creator app for our June one-shots is open. It is going to be Juneteenth and Pride all month long in June. We are looking for GMs with lived experience, I can read, lived experience to share their stories in one-shots, celebrating our Black and LGBTQ AI plus communities in the month of June. And that is it. We love you all. Thank you so much for watching as always, and have a lovely week. Bye.
Thank you.